So I finally completed my 4-bit adder here, made out of 5 different cmos logic gates. So I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it light up because of it's kind of bright in here. I ran out of room on this small breadboard here, so I ended up putting the last 2 LEDs on this little ghetto makeshift prototyping board there. So you know, the 8's place and the 16's place will light up if it gets that high. But anyway, let me go ahead and demonstrate. So here we'll start off adding 1, and it's kind of hard to get to and they come out easily, so I kind of have to be careful with it. But add 1 plus 1, and not to break it. So you see the 2, see it there. The second LED is lit up, and we can go in and we can add, let's see, 5 plus 1, so this will be the 4's place here. And then you see the 4's place and the 2's place, giving you 6, which is, we have 5 plus 1, so 6, so it is working. Then we can go in ahead and add 2 more and see if we get the 8's place to light up. And sure enough, you can see that there, the 8's LED is lit up. So yeah, it definitely works, somewhat surprisingly, because as you can see from this mess of wires, I can't believe that there's not one screw up. But believe it or not, I do want to improve this design. Obviously this is pretty horrendous looking. I'm afraid to pull it all apart, so what I'm thinking, I saw a good suggestion online, is to just buy 5 more cheap logic chips, and using the proto board just completely start over and copy this onto the proto board, rather than try to pull each individual piece and keep track of what's going where. It'd be so much easier just to copy this onto a prototyping board. So yeah, that's my 4-bit adder, and after showing you this, I kind of want to go through and explain sort of how it works, show you some of the documentation. So as you can imagine, it got pretty crazy after the first few bits were working. It got about halfway through and I realized that it was just too much of a headache to keep track of what was going where in my head. So I printed out, so you see this here, I printed out the schematic, and since each CMOS individual logic chip actually has 4 logic gates, that is what really made it confusing. So what I did was I went through and I came up with kind of a sort of numbering system, and then as I would connect the wires, I would go through and I would use my marker to cross off that connection so I could keep track of what was going where and what was done. And then I numbered each logic gate to kind of keep track of, you know, what corresponded to what. So that definitely made it a lot easier to complete. I'm glad I did that because it was becoming a little bit of a headache. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe and comment and let me know if you have any questions or any suggestions how to improve it, what maybe I did wrong. If you want to criticize this horrible mess of wiring, and the fact that I accidentally got red and green wires, so this looks like something out of a, you know, Christmas movie. But other than that, I am super excited that it actually worked. For the longest time I was sure that it wouldn't. Not that I wasn't confident, but towards the end it was like, okay, if I screw up one little wire, it's going to break this whole thing, and it's going to be a nightmare. But yeah, it is working. Even though this is, show this off real quick if I can manage to not break it. First time I've ever soldered anything right there. And it's pretty crappy, so I probably shouldn't be showing it off. But since it's the first time I've literally soldered like anything ever in my entire life, there's my horribly crappy soldering job. But as crappy as it is, it works. So it can't be that bad. But yeah, anyways, like I said, thank you guys for watching and stay tuned for more. Don't forget to subscribe and thank you.